if this is for like building muscle and stuff, like I think we tend to disagree on things. Like I am more of like a Dorian Yates style kind of trainer in the off season, and you believe more like twice a week muscle groups and stuff, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So. Okay, what's up, guys? So we're gonna do the Q&A right now. Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Leo. I'm from Germany.
That's his tagline.
Yeah, because you hear probably that I got an accent, and you're gonna wonder where I'm from. So I'll just say it right.
So this is Leo.
From the start.
I'm gonna put his Instagram right here. Okay, so let's just get right into the questions. So these are the ones off of my Instagram. So we got working out advice in general and best chest movements in a workout.
So for people,
it's like a beginner.
Does he want? Okay, for a beginner.
Yeah.
Working just on chest.
They just asked about chest. Yeah.
I would train it like for beginners. I would always train more frequent because they don't know the movement. So if you do something what's totally new, like say you start playing soccer, would you play it 2 hours a week, one time, or rather every day 20 minutes?
Right.
So you do the 20 minutes every day. That's what I would do with working out as well. So first learn the movement, so do it as often as you can, but not as much volume. So
you would think for a beginner working out, you're probably better off with like full body workouts, like 3 times a week, you think?
Yeah.
From my personal experience, is what I did. I just trained chest like twice a week, like 3 moves. I never really did chest on its own. I think it's really up to you. I mean, if you naturally have a better mind to muscle connection, then I think you can get away with like starting a bodybuilding split. But if you're really, really new and have absolutely no idea what you're doing, then you can try full body. And I think your best bet is like doing research and just trying the movements and making, ask around the gym, ask around someone. Like, don't be afraid to ask for, help or tips and stuff, because that always helps a lot, in my opinion.
It also makes more sense not to do it infrequent, because let's say you do like very high volume and you're sore for 7 days. This will not make you grow as much as if you would do it 3 times but get less sore. So you would have much more stimulus, because your protein synthesis and everything is not going to be elevated up to 7 days if you're a beginner. And if you're a beginner, I guess you're natural. So you shouldn't overdo it.
See, this is the interesting part I want to say of the Q&A is you're more of like I'm in. By the way, I'm sitting on like a sock drawer. Hopefully it doesn't collapse under me, because budget cuts. But anyway, like I was saying, if this is for like building muscle and stuff, like I think we tend to disagree on things. Like I am more of like a Dorian Yates style kind of trainer in the off season, and you believe more like twice a week muscle groups and stuff, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to preface that we might have like clashing opinions, and both work. The main thing is you need to be working hard. I think that's the point, right? Like.
Yeah, but for naturals, for most of them, there's going to be a limit.
Yeah.
And there's always a limit where you do too much volume and the rest you do is just junk volume. So you just add volume, but it doesn't bring you more benefits,
right?
More gains.
Yeah, no, that's why like for me at least in the off season, I'm probably gonna be hitting a muscle group like once a week. But granted, I've been training for a while, so yeah. Okay.
That's the difference.
Yeah, right. Okay. So 2, how to stay motivated. I always cover this in like on my Instagram and stuff. If you love something, it should come naturally. I think just obviously you're gonna have days that like maybe you're sore, or if you're dieting you're hungry and stuff, but I think overall it should come naturally. I mean, I don't know, it's one of those questions I really don't know how to answer. I think getting into like a program that you just do every day could help. You know, like regiment yourself, make a plan, you know, be prepared ahead of time. But overall, you know, why are you doing something that you don't enjoy?
Yeah, I agree. You have to regiment yourself. So, and maybe set some goals. Also, maybe really a day. Because when I don't know when my next show is, I won't train as hard. I always, like, when I do a show and afterwards, I'll always, like, in the next week, I'll figure out when I'm going to do the next one. Also, it's a,
So
even if it's a year out,
Right.
I want to have this goal. I know where I'm going to.
Right.
And
Yeah, so set goals for yourself. Like, you know, in this time frame, I want to put this much weight on. In this time frame, I want to lose this much weight. And, you know, I would set goals that, I mean, I always say aim high, but don't aim to the point that it's going to just bring you down, you know. So aim high, but not to the extent that it's going to demotivate you because it's so unrealistic. Like, I'm going to put 50 pounds of muscle on in a year kind of thing, you know. They were asking about how to lose body fat. They go to the gym sometimes, but they don't really know what they're doing. Body fat's about dieting.
that's the next question. How to lose body fat?
Yeah, how to lose body fat.
Yeah, eat less than you need.
Yeah. So like you have caloric maintenance.
Yeah.
And you have to eat under that. You know, you get more specific with macronutrients and partitioning if you also want to maintain muscle and stuff. But if all you care about is losing weight and fat, then that's all that really matters, right?
Yes, I would say so. Many people get away with doing if it fits your macros, so it doesn't really matter what you eat, just how much you eat. But then, of course, if you eat unhealthy and are in a deficit, it's more likely that you get sick, so your immune system won't work as good, and you don't. I mean, like, eat everything you eat. That's like your fuel, and the better your fuel is, the better you will be,
right,
performance-wise, and everything. So
yeah.
But if you just want to lose, just be in a deficit and figure out your deficit.
Yeah.
So there are some calculators.
There's some calculators online. Your best bet is to take your weight in like beginning of the week, right? And then, you know, use one of these calculators for a rough estimate, because that's what it is. And then watch your weight. Take the average for the week. Like, weigh yourself every morning. Like, use the bathroom, whatever, no clothes on. That's the most raw and real weight you will have. And take the average for the week. If that average by the end of the week is like, I would say a half a pound to a pound less, then you're, in my opinion, right where you should be.
Yeah.
And obviously you're gonna have to lower those calories as you lose weight, slowly and gradually, because you're gonna need less as you weigh less. Right.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Okay, next question. I don't think you'll be able to answer, but I will. Do you think cis people think we are incapable of winning against them? So this question
What is cis?
Yeah, so this question comes from someone that follows me that is trans. Cis, for people that don't know what that means, it pretty much means like someone born in the right body. So like you, like there's transgender.
Oh, okay, just not transgender.
Yeah, I really don't like the term, but that's the question.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna ask the question how it was asked. No, I don't think people are out to get us. I always say this. I don't see being trans as like a big deal or like something that puts me at a disadvantage. I really think it's something that you should be. If you want to do something, do it. That's what I always say. You know, the only person that can really, really hold you back is yourself. So no.
But this question is actually for me, isn't it? Because
Technically.
I could.
Do you think?
Do I think you're incapable of winning? I think you're gonna win your show. So
yeah.
And I don't think the other ones are gonna be trans. So
yeah, there you go.
So basically, you are gonna win against.
You have a white male from Germany. There's your answer. So. Next question is, get a masculine body without a gym membership because they're not allowed to have one. I don't know why you're not allowed to
build your own gym. There are some outdoor.
You can do like calisthenics.
Yeah. You can put on weight with that. I mean, you can do chin ups and everything.
I think you can start with calisthenics, but I think eventually you're gonna have to find a way to get to a gym.
Yeah.
That's just being honest. Yeah.
Chin-ups and dips.
Push-ups. Yeah. Next question is easy. How to bulk up? Eat. It's very. If you're like, oh well, I'm eating, but I'm not gaining enough, then eat more. More meals. How many meals a day are you eating? Are you eating 2 meals a day? Because that's not enough. You should be having like 6 meals a day. I guarantee you, if you go from 3 meals a day to 6, just that alone you'll put weight on.
Yeah, and most of the people who say they can eat whatever they want, I ask them, and how much calories do you eat? No idea. Because they think they eat much. But most of the times they don't eat for like hours, then they eat a big meal, and then they say, oh, I eat so much.
Yeah, having a pack of Oreos is actually not enough, believe it or not. So, and by the way, that's another thing. If you want to put quality weight on, you need to be having your protein and your fats and your carbs and like balanced meals, not just whatever you want. That's not how it works. You know, you don't see bodybuilders just eating whatever they want. Maybe they'll do it for a YouTube video, like a 20K challenge, but they're not eating like that 24/7. You know.
Yeah, so, maybe some super
genetic freak,
like
Juan Diesel. But,
I was thinking about him as well. Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Biggest struggle with your transformation. This is for both of us. I'm gonna assume you mean like bodybuilding transformation, because this is a bodybuilding channel. So, biggest struggle for me in bodybuilding is I put a lot of pressure on myself. I think that's definitely what it would be. Is that I always want more and more for myself, and sometimes I need to like take a step back and actually like realize what I've been able to accomplish so far, because I'm always on like more, go, and I never really take a step back and actually appreciate for a second what I've done so far.
For me, it's just to lose shape in order to gain muscle. That's the biggest one. That's why I do mini cuts and stuff, because some guys, they get out of shape so bad, and I don't want to be a bodybuilder and just basically when I wear clothes, you can't really see, is the guy fat or is he a bodybuilder?
Yeah. No, I want to get big. Post-show plans. Sorry, my laundry thing. Do you hear it? It's going off. Always doing laundry as a bodybuilder because you're always sweating. Post-show plans, both of us. And they asked, do I plan on staying lean post-show? No. Well, lean in the sense like, am I going to be ripped? No. I plan to do a 2-year, possibly more bulk. So. Yeah,
I want to do the Arnold's next, probably. So this is next March. So my post-show plans, as I said, I always come up with the next show. So after the show is before the show. So
yeah,
there. Like
you gotta focus on your show.
You always get the question. So when are you going to start to prep for your next show? And actually, I always prep for the next show, because when I try to put on muscle, this is also a preparation, because in your 16 or 12 week prep, what they call prep, you're actually not prepping, you're just losing, and you prep before actually, because you want to look bigger. So the off season is the most important for that.
Absolutely, I agree.
So if your shred's like super on point, but you didn't get any muscle, put on any muscle in the off season, you look the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the point is to always progress, not to look the same on stage. Yeah, that's exactly why. Like I'm doing my show for experience, and because I start college, and I want to get that under my belt. But afterwards, because I want to compete in bodybuilding, I plan to push it pretty hard, and I will do whatever it takes. So if that means not having, pretty boy face, Instagram abs and whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
And
fuck it.
Yeah. And honestly, like I planned to start like a really cool series like on YouTube of like my journey putting on weight, because
what was the Rich Piana one?
Bigger by the Day.
Bigger by the Day.
It's gonna be something like that, like a Bigger by the Day, but with me, and I'm gonna make it. Obviously, I'm not gonna just copy him, but it's gonna be that kind of style for sure. And I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna make like merch and everything, because it's gonna be a long thing. It's gonna be like, again, a year, 2 years. So I'm excited. Essential compound movements for each muscle group. I'm a dumbbell advocate, so for like except for legs, because that would be very difficult. But like, but for chest, you know, dumbbell flat incline, shoulders, military press dumbbells, back. I guess that's also hard with dumbbells. Back, deadlifts, rack pulls, barbell rows, legs, squats. I think those are pretty essential.
Yeah, I think you didn't miss anything. Yeah, of course, you don't want to do only, like, I don't know how detailed this should be, but if you
those
were
are
just
essentials.
Yeah, just
T-bar rows.
I don't know if every one of those is essential. You could probably get away with not doing dumbbell rows, but like, yeah, it's like benching, some kind of benching, some kind of squatting, like front, back, whatever.
Some kind of press, like
and
shoulder
some kind of rows.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe a chin up.
Listen, if you want to put a lot of size on, I mean, listen to these guys like Dave Palumbo. When they went in the gym for chest day, they did incline barbell, dumbbell. He did like 3 sets of incline barbell, then he did 3 sets of flies dumbbell, and then 2 sets of just cable, and he left. But he grew a lot. He maximized his genetic potential. So,
but I think he was a soft gainer. This is a good approach for soft gainers. Just short, but like brutal, because I don't like the term actually, because most of them are just undereaters, but some really have a very fast metabolism. Some, it's rare, but some do have.
I don't think Dave Palumbo is an undereater.
Yeah, he was. I know some guys who really need a lot of food, and they should do short workouts, but super intense, and just head home and eat.
Yeah, that's me in the off season for sure. Yeah. I mean, look at my wrists. Like I'm so ectomorph. It's like ridiculous. When to take a refeed? How often? I've never done this before. I've never done a refeed.
You've never done a refeed?
No. The person asking has never done a refeed.
So, when you reduce your food intake and you seem not to progress anymore, you're just getting weaker and weaker. Probably your cortisol is like stacked, like super high. I would do at least 1 refeed, and then next day we'll get the scale, and maybe do another one, and even another one, like 3 days in a row. Sometimes you have to do 3 days in a row, and not just 1 day. Sometimes 1 day is it's not enough. And then just start again and dropping your calories again, and most of the times then swoosh, the weight goes down.
I've noticed if I do 1 refeed but very, very aggressive once a week, that's what my coach has me do, I literally wake up lighter.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally hot right now because today is my refeed, because I feel my metabolism is just like on fire, because I went from such little calories to a lot more calories. And and also for how to do it, usually you raise your carbs, lower the protein a little bit, and then I personally lower my fats, but you don't, that's like, again, I just listen to my coach. So, but usually the point is to raise the carbs a lot, and I would say probably faster acting carbs, just because if all your carbs come from like oats, you're gonna be really bloated.
Yeah.
Or like sweet potato. So I would do like rice and like cream of rice.
Yeah, eat something that you feel is like very easy on your digestion.
Yeah. So like for me, oats I can't. So I do jasmine rice and cream of rice. They're very easy. Rice cakes, stuff like that.
You could also drink like orange juice after your workout.
Yeah. I can't do juice, honestly.
Yeah, just saying like.
Yeah. But if you
don't
like
want
juice,
if your belly already, like your what's it called?
Extended.
Yeah.
Biggest bodybuilding inspiration, and then another person pretty much asked the same thing. Most meaningful bodybuilding inspiration. There's too many people for me, for different reasons, that I am so inspired by, for different reasons. For me, I would say my, and this is in no particular order, because again, I really, really love all of them for different reasons. Jay Cutler, Ronnie Coleman, Dorian Yates, Lee Priest, believe it or not, Rich Piana, I really, really think as an influencer and as an individual, he did a lot for the sport, and his supplement company is amazing. And I can go on and on about why I think he is, like, I'm very inspired by him, but him too, even though he's not like a competitive bodybuilder technically. Even Dave Palumbo, what he's been able to do, you know, even though he never got to a pro level, just the amount of
He
love.
was second at nationals.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying, like,
Back when it was really hard.
yeah, exactly. So those are my lists. I'm sure there's so many for me, but yeah, Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, Dorian Yates. Those are my top 3 in no particular order. Rich Piana, Lee Priest, Dave Palumbo. The list goes on and on for me, honestly. Honestly, even like coaches. The people forget about the coaches behind these athletes. There's some coaches I'm like, wow, what you've done for the sport is truly incredible. So,
Like in terms of who I think about during my workout, or who I think of when I'm not as motivated, or I have as good of a face, I always think about Arash, and I see him.
even Arash,
I see him working out.
I would put Arash in that list. Sadiq, absolutely.
And when I see him working out next to me, this makes me want to lift more. And he also remembers me that I have to gain weight. I can't be lean all day, because he isn't as well, and that's how it works. And yeah, Dorian Yates, like the from the mental aspect, like whatever it takes, just get
I love
in
that.
there, do
Whatever
it.
it takes.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Don't
agree.
stop. And Tom Platz. Tom Platz is a big one. When I'm training legs, I think about Tom Platz all the time.
Absolutely, guys. Honestly, I think as a bodybuilder, it's very hard to just have one person you look up to, right? I think
Yeah, there are more people
It's-
that I look up to. Like, I can't countless.
It's
but
countless.
Yeah.
Even just people at Bevs that are around me all the time. I just see them like, wow, you know. So it's
Yeah.
just like,
This is the greatest place on earth to train.
It's-
Like, if you
yeah.
can't be motivated there, then
then this sport isn't
this
for you.
is not your sport.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.